to appoint Boston's first African-American police commissioner. That means a lot to the city. It symbolizes progress, and it has concrete positive impacts. Chief Gross is a leader in our communities of color. He brings with him a lifetime of trust and understanding, and he's someone that people turn to for help and advice. And he's the right person at the right time for this job. So I ask Chief Gross to come to the microphone and say a few words.
Well, good morning, everyone. Wow. I'd just like to thank the mayor. What an honor it has been to work with you, Mayor, over all these years. This is a man from the community. He gets it. We go back many years. Some of those years we won't discuss. But we've been friends as well. And one thing that resonates with all three of us is that the community helped raise us. The mayor has been a great leader. As I go across the country, people often ask, how do we do it? How do we do what we do here in Boston? The way we do that, folks, is to have forward-thinking leaders like Mayor Walsh. And I really appreciate the confidence that you have in me for me to take the next step in my career as the Boston Police Commissioner. Thank you for your trust, thank you for your leadership, and thank you for your guidance. He is a true brother to me. I'm a little older, but he's a true brother. And I think Boston is one of the best cities in the country. Matter of fact, I think it is the best city. As well, Commissioner Evans, he came on the job before me. We have things in common. He was a Boston Police Cadet. I was a Boston Police Cadet. He worked for his brother. I worked for his brother.
That was better, right?
Yes. Sorry, he was better, all right? The thing is, again, the police commissioner also, he understands the community. Lost both parents by the time he was 14, raised by his brothers, raised by the community. He took that to the leadership style that he applied as being the Boston Police Commissioner. And trust me, he ensured that it resonated throughout the rest of the department, through me, through a brilliant command staff, which was the most diversified and most qualified command staff appointed by Mayor Walsh. We get community policing, and he has been a great big brother to me as well, and a great leader, and I've learned so much from you. And so thank you. And I know he had input in the decision-making process, so I thank you as well for your vote of confidence in my next level in my career. Now to the real good stuff. My mom's giving me the look. I told her I was getting a National Community Policing Award today. So I didn't tell her anything. So I went through to everyone. I didn't tell my sister either. And I says, hey, I'm getting an award. You know, I'm gonna, praise Commissioner Evans, and then we'll get our award. So, folks, my family, I could not have done this without them. My mother, my sister Davida, my sister Waltine, who's not here, and my girlfriend Marilyn, who puts up with me. Yeah. And like the commissioner alluded to earlier, we also have a work family. When we talk about the men and women of the Boston Police Department, both sworn and civilian, they are family. We are the first police department in this nation. We started in 1630. We'd be nothing without our law enforcement family. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Ms. Laura Dickerson and Ms. Nakisha Gales, who have worked with me over 4.5 years to have my back and make sure I stayed on point. And they both have my mother's number too, so you know how that goes. But let's talk a little more about my mother, because it's going to help me segue into what I'm going to talk about next. This lady from the tough streets of Baltimore found her way to Boston, where she, single parent, raised 3 kids. Older sister, younger sister, me, the angel, right? But she did this. Single parent family, but I never grow weary of saying I was raised by my parents. The definition of that, folks, is the other parent was the community. Vietnam vets, teachers, coaches, both good and bad from the community. That's who helped raise me. This is what we love about the city of Boston, that we're the #1 community policing model in the country. When you heard the positive stats that the commissioner was touting, that wasn't just BPD, that's all of us. Boston is the best village in the country. We are the hub of the universe. The country started from here. So women like my mother, who are reinforced by the community, we can do that for every family in Boston. One homicide's too much. One senseless act of violence is too much. So we can do it. We're going to walk towards each other so we can step forward and overcome any obstacle that we face in this city. So this is my sincere thanks to the community for helping to raise me, guide me, and mentor me. I'm going to close it soon because Laura's going to give me that flashcard in a minute. But I'm just so overwhelmed with emotions of pride, and I'm just grateful. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my brothers and sisters in blue, both sworn in civilian. They work tirelessly. They get it. I don't want to be redundant. You already heard what they do day in and day out. I am a true street cop. I started in Dorchester in 1985. Before that, I was a cadet in 1983. Many calls from my mother worried because of the atmosphere at the time betwixt the communities and BPD. But if you want change, be the change. That's why I became a police officer. Dorchester, the gang unit, the drug control unit, academy instructor, a sergeant, detective sergeant, and then the best appointment ever, to the command staff almost 9.5 years ago, where we served the entire community. So Dorchester, then to the gang unit, and night command, and then this man right here, and this man right here appointed me as the first African-American chief, and I'd like to thank them again for doing that. But where am I going with this? It shows that any kid in Boston, and we were poor and we made it, will have the opportunity to be the mayor, the commissioner, or chief if we all work together. God bless my mentors, everyone that led me to where I am today. And going forward, folks, this is the best city. This is the best village. And under that concept, I am confident that people will have our back as the BPD and have my back going forward as the police commissioner for the city of Boston. Thank you.